Welcome to the Nifty Pixel. My name's Em. Today we're going to make a metal wire word art. As you can see, it says I love you or I heart you, and this could be a fun one to use, well, for any occasion really, but perfect for a Valentine's sort of theme. And what we're actually going to use are the styles that are already pre-installed in your Photoshop program. Now I'm using Photoshop for Elements 8. We are going to use, like I said, the pre-installed styles. You can buy plenty of them on the internet, and I have quite a few because I'm a big fan of grungy, scratched up metals. But I thought it would be interesting to show you the ones that are already pre-installed. They're sort of the ones that get overlooked, and there are some really cool styles in there in your palette that you can play with before perhaps purchasing some cool, unique designed ones. So firstly, we're going to highlight our text layer here, and then we're up in Layer Styles palette. We're at the very beginning, so we're just actually going to scroll down to strokes, because I really want to create, rather than a solid text like you see here, I want to create a wire style. So in order to do that, I have to add a stroke around text. And I'm just going to select, so we'll select the blue one so that you can see it. I'll zoom in, this way you'll be able to see what I mean. You can see the line forming around the Y here. You can thicken that if you choose to by increasing the size. And by doing that, you can also join your letters. See how they're joining here at this point, which is cool. But I don't like the thickness, so I'm going to reduce it back to probably around about a third of the larger thickness. And then I'm going to click OK. And then the next step is we have to remove this black area. And there's a nifty visibility style here, which often gets overlooked. And I'm going to click Hide, because I want that black area to go. And there you have just your outline. So this is forming the basis of our metal wire word art. Now the next step is to right click on the text layer and simplify it. So we're just removing all that previous information, and now it's just an outline. And this is great to apply to any alpha. Works particularly well with solid fonts. You may want to play around with ones that are more grunged up. However, I would recommend more solid fonts. Then the next step is to go back into our layers palette and select Wow Chrome. And I'm just going to go for just your standard wire. And I love how that looks. That's so cool. It's slightly rounded and looks like it's been, you know, what's the word for it, welded or whatever together there. I'm going to click on the FX icon here, because I want to actually remove that drop shadow. By doing so, it enables me then to tweak the shadow when I actually use the word art in a project. You can also change the look of the bevel by decreasing it. You're flattening it out more, and by increasing it, you're forming a rounder profile to the word. So I'm just going to click OK now, and again, simplify. Now we're going to go over to a heart shape, which I've cut out using the shape tool. And I did this on a separate document. So I opened up a separate document, flooded that with black, and then used the shape tool by clicking it in the palette. Why is it not coming up? Oh, there we go. Clicking that heart there, and then using my marquee tool to sort of drag it across that black layer. And we're just going to go into the Wow Chrome here. Oh, oops. Undo, Command Z. I'm hopeless at the shortcut keys, but I'm learning it. You've got to highlight the layer that you are working on. 101 Photoshop. Okay, so back into the layers palette, select the one you want to use and click apply. And again, you go into the effects palette of it. I'm just going to remove the drop shadow again, and I'm thinking that that bevel's too big. I want it to line up more with the thickness of the wire in the word. So I'm going to click OK. And then we're just going to zoom out so that you can see the whole look. Let's bring this more in the middle for you. And I'm going to merge those layers because it's going to form the one word art then. And then I'm going to go back into my layers palette and I'm going to select drop shadows, and then I'm going to add low. And by clicking on the effects palette again, I can change the direction and the distance and the size so that we can give it more of a realistic feel to it. Just knock that back. And there you have it. Brand spanking new word art that you can apply to any project. Cool, hey? Have fun, guys.